Welcome to the PoPolitickin show. Founded in 2008, PoPolitickin is a hip-hop meets self-help brand. With each interview, we teach the babies and share success secrets with you, the listener. Past guests of the PoPolitickin show include Yo Gotti, Currency, MC Light, BG, Dead Prez, Rashida, Project Pat, and more. We also showcase the future upcoming stars of hip-hop. Subscribe on iTunes and get automatic updates of each podcast episode.
PoPolitickin.com.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, on Apple Music, Google Play. Type in PoPolitickin, listen to our interviews for past 11 years. 1-2-1-2, I'm in the place to be with pro wrestler Danny Limelight. How you doing, bro?
What up, baby? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no doubt. I see you. You got like 5-6 belts, man. Talk about all them belts you got.
I'm down,
you a belt collector now?
Man, I'm down to 2 now. I was collecting them, but I came up short a few times these past couple weeks. Now I got just 2 around my waist. You feel me?
So which ones you got now?
I got the Baja Stars Cruiserweight Championship, which I am the inaugural Cruiserweight Champion in Baja Stars. I won that belt in August of last year. So I've been that champion now going on 301 days today that I've been champ as Baja Stars Cruiserweight Champion. And then I am the Fifth Combat Heavyweight Champion. And I've been the Fifth Combat Heavyweight Champion since December 20th. And that's going on 177 days now, champ there.
All right. And then how long did you have the belt? What was the belt you said you just lost? What belt was that?
I was the Gold Coast Federation SoCal champion, the inaugural Gold Coast Federation SoCal champion, and I was champion for 280 days before I lost it.
My boy was asking me a question because he's a wrestling fan too. So he was saying, like, I guess, like, far as like indie promotions, like, how do you end up? How do they end up saying like who's going to have the belt and stuff like that? Is it kind of just the same as the big wrestling federations?
Yeah, I would say it's the same as the big federation. It's based off who's the most over guy, who's the draw, who's this, who's that, who's the better wrestler. Obviously, you go into this to compete. You want to win. You want to be champion. The goal is always to be on top. The goal is to always be champion. Nobody just wants to get there and do the bare minimum. You feel me? So these companies, I was actually at the first ever Baja Star show 3 years ago. And I've been with them from day one, and finally had an opportunity. They brought a new championship into the picture that was for my weight division, cruiserweight, and it was a fatal 4-way match with me, Matt Vandegrift, Rocket Boy Wilson, and Adrian Quest, who's also on fire right now. And we had a fatal 4-way for the championship, and I walked out the winner. And I've been holding it down, and me as a champion, see what I do differently than a lot of these other guys is, if I'm a champion at a company, no matter what show I go to, I'm representing the company as a champion. So I'm defending the championship at other companies. I'm bringing the companies across the states. I'm bringing the championship. The company on my back to Mexico, all these places I wrestle at. And I'm the flag bearer for whatever company I'm the champion at. And that's what I do, man. I bring the belt there. I defend it against whoever that company has and go from there.
Yeah, and I want to talk about your background a little bit because I saw you. They say you're from Brooklyn, and then you was in the Marines. I was in the Marines too, so simplify.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, man. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. South 2nd and Havemeyer and Williamsburg by the J train. I left when I was 17 years old. I joined the Marine Corps. I've been in the Marine Corps 10 years almost. It'll be 10 years in October, but I'm getting out right now. In the next couple weeks, I'll be out. I'm ready to go on to do this wrestling stuff and this acting stuff that I've been doing full time. Because aside from wrestling, I do acting and I do my own stunts. So trying to pursue that 100%, get that 100% of my attention. And the Marine Corps set me up on a path where it brought me to California to put me in the right place. I had money in my pocket because of the military, and I was able to put myself in a position where I am now, where I can get out and be able to chase and pursue all these other things that I want. So that's pretty much it, man. I've been wrestling. I started wrestling in 2014, and the rest is history, bro.
Yeah, where you stationed at right now? Because I'm actually in Oceanside, right by the back gate.
Really, I'm stationed on Pendleton.
Okay, yeah, I'm right by the back gate by Popeyes and shit.
Oh, I used to live over there. Matter of fact, I got a condo in that area.
Yeah, I got a condo over here. That's where I'm living right now.
That's crazy. I'm surprised I don't even know you.
That's
For real,
what's
for
up.
real. I got a condo in Riverview, right up Riverview Way by the Carl Jr.
Yeah, I know. I know where that's at. Yep.
Yeah, I just I bought that condo earlier this year, and I got a tenant living in there. So I got a tenant living there, and I just bought another house right now up in Palmdale, which I'm coming from right now. It's actually up here looking at the house.
What's up? So talk about how long you been in pro wrestling, and what got you what made you want to be a wrestler?
So I started wrestling in 2014. I went to a wrestling show, a WWE show, WWE at the Valley View Casino in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I went there like a date night type thing with my girl, my wife at the time, my ex-wife, and we went to go watch wrestling. I ran into a Marine buddy of mine who was actually Q Diz's partner. I know you said you talked to Q Diz recently, Joe Gamble. He was one of my Marines. He was wrestling. He came up to me at a show and he said, "Hey Sergeant, how you doing? I didn't know you was a wrestler. You're a wrestling fan, I should say." And we talked for a little bit. He told me he was trained to be a pro wrestler. And to me, that just sounded funny, because as dudes growing up, in the 90s and stuff, everybody wanted to be a wrestler, Everybody wanted to be The Rock. Everybody wanted to be Stone Cold Steve Austin or, part of DX. I used to go around talking about these stuck and shit,
Yeah.
And so when somebody told me that they were trying to train to be a wrestler, I thought it was funny. It was like one of those dreams that you don't really know how to do. How do you become a pro wrestler? At the time, I didn't know what independent wrestling was. And it's similar to acting. It's like, I want to be an actor, but I don't know how to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get in? And so he told me he was training at this school, which, I'm not going to talk about this place because I'm no longer affiliated with them, and there's a lot of beef and drama because of that place. So I refuse to mention them out of, to be professional and not let my personal feelings towards the place come into play. So I started training at this company in 2014. In August of 2014, actually, it was the week before SummerSlam. I started training to be a wrestler, and in October I made my debut in professional wrestling at the Rumble. It was a Rumble, and then 2 months after that, I had my first actual match. And I've been wrestling since then. That first year was kind of rocky for me, getting my feet in the door, understanding the way the business works. It wasn't until my almost a year into business where I actually started making my debut at other companies. So now I'm wrestling and I have other companies hitting me up and kind of trying to book me for their shows. So I would say summer of 2015 is when I started getting some heat behind me, like some buzz, like in SoCal as Rookie of the Year contender. Me and Douglas James were the two hottest rookies in 2015. And it was, who's going to be the Rookie of the Year, Douglas James or Danny Limelight? And me and him were wrestling all over the place, we're traveling all over the place. And then in November of 2015, I made my debut for national television at Championship Wrestling in Hollywood. And I started wrestling on TV as a tag team, as part of Los Primos Rivera, the Puerto Rican cousins. And then in February of 2016, I won my first championship at FCW, the XRT Championship, which was a fatal four-way ladder tables battle chairs match. It was me, it was Douglas James, it was Sway Thompson, and Eli Everfly. And for those of you that know independent wrestling, know that those three names, all three of those guys are great wrestlers. They're one of the best there is right now in the independent team. And so, my championship the FCA's actually beat me for the Rookie of the Year award. There was two Rookie of the Year awards. There was one that was done like a poll that was done online, like where it was like fan base pretty much, and I had a bigger fan base, I guess, and so I won that one. I got a trophy for that one. But then the SoCal Uncensored Rookie of the Year, that went to Douglas James. And I believe it was Douglas James in first place, I was second place, Thunder Rosa was third place, and then Q Diz in fourth place for the Rookie of the Year. And from there, I just kept wrestling there, working my ass off, trying to get out there, trying to get my name out there, trying to make more debuts. And me and Douglas James, we got into a heated rivalry, and that rivalry started getting us more bookings. And in fact, it was because of my rivalry with Douglas James that Conan WCW legend, he pulled me and Douglas James to Mexico for the first time ever to wrestle at the Crash. Huge promotion in Mexico. 5,000 in attendance. Me and Douglas James was the opening match. There was 5,000 people there, and we lit that place on fire, man. And ever since then, we just took off, And around end of 2016, I got ordered to be a drill instructor, and so I had to step away from wrestling. And it kind of sucked because at that time, I was starting to get more bookings in Mexico, Arizona, Vegas, up and down California, And I had a little bit of heat going behind me, but I had to step aside because the Marine Corps comes first, obviously. And I took a break, and then last year, I came back 2018 January to wrestling. I missed it, and I said, I'm going to make it work. And I've been grinding, man, ever since. And last year alone, 2018, I won 3 championships at 3 different companies. And the year of the fighter started this year, man. It's been a hell of a ride these past year and a half since being back in the wrestling business. I've had some great matches, some great opponents all over the world. I made my East Coast debut, and I'm in Mexico again doing my thing out there. And I'm having a great time wrestling some of these great people, these great wrestlers that are coming up now and that have been around for a while. So it's been a wild year and a half, man.
And I was saying, if people haven't seen you wrestle yet, how would you describe, even your name, tell them about why you go by Danny Limelight, then just talk about what kind of wrestler you are.
So, I go by Danny Limelight, the radioactive Danny Limelight. So, originally when I first came to the business, Danny Limelight was a cocky, little arrogant kid, who had a big mouth, and most of his offense was based off of being sneaky or conniving and with a little bit of high flying in there. And now, over the years, I've evolved. I was bit by this radioactive spider, and now my offense is based off of technicality, striking ability, outwitting, outsmarting my opponent, being 1 step, 2 steps ahead of my opponent, using that to beat them. Striking power, speed, agility, and I still fly when I need to fly. And that's just giving me an advantage over my opponents where I'm able to now, outwit them, outthink them, outmaneuver them because they're not radioactive. They don't have that extra ability that I have. So a lot of people say it's like superhuman, but really it's radioactive geniality. You feel me? And so I incorporate a lot. Obviously Spider-Man has a big influence on my life. And a lot of it comes from that. Even my gear is all my gear is different suits from my favorite comic books, Spider-Man. I think the most recent gear that I got the Endgame suit made, but with a Far From Home spider on it in the front. And so it's me, man. I believe that I am Spider-Man. I believe I'm radioactive, and nobody can tell me otherwise. If they got an issue with it, and they can step into the ring and they come out the hard way.
I was gonna say, yeah, you be doing some moves out there. I would say, what kind of training you do? Because I see you really athletic. And what's your sports background?
I played basketball and baseball as a child. I did boxing when I was younger, but now it's mostly Marine Corps martial arts program. Man. I'm a Marine Corps martial arts instructor. A lot of the ground fighting and the striking from the Marine Corps martial arts program, I use that in my wrestling game. And
okay.
As far as the athleticism and stuff, I do stunts, I do parkour, I go to the gym, I work out a lot. I'm a sponsored fitness athlete, I'm a sponsored Bang Energy athlete, and I incorporate all that stuff in, man. Just having that little bit of extra oomph in me that other people don't have, that radioactive, that radioactive ability. That's really all I can do to explain it.
Yeah, I say, so what?
People watch me, I don't get tired, I'm super fast, I'm quick, I'm agile, I'm nimble, I'm fast on my feet, and I get back up. I take a beating, I get back up.
I would say, what are your goals right now for your career? What you working on?
Well, I just came to Texas last week. I was there for Raw and SmackDown. I don't know if you see that. I had a tryout match with WWE.
Okay.
It went really, really well. Before SmackDown started last week, and I'm excited to see where it's gonna go from here, man. I had some really, really good feedback from some really, really important people there, and It was great. I had to get down my goals, just work harder. You know, that I came back there with this fire inside of me, you know, and I have a lot of big matches coming up. Matter of fact, July 6th in San Diego, I'm wrestling with DJ Perkins.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's going to be a good match. I saw that.
Next week in San Diego, I'm wrestling Peter Avalon. He just got signed by AEW, you know. Last month, I was wrestling a bunch of other guys. In April, I was wrestling Pentagon Jr., you know, like all you know, Sammy Guevara, Ray Horace, Shamita, all these guys that are making a name, that's been making a name for themselves on the independent wrestling scene for years. I'm in the ring with them now. I'm earning my place to be in the ring with the guys. And my goal is just step in the ring with them, show the world that I belong there, and just continue to work, continue to defend my championships, win more championships, and travel the world, get as much experience as possible to get to where I want to be.
What advice would you give to anybody listening, one that want to be a wrestler?
The only advice I can give them is follow your heart, be true to who you are. There's a lot of things that come into being a wrestler, a lot of sacrifices that have to be made, but I will always say, be true to who you are, know who you are, and don't let, you know, other people stop you from chasing your dreams. Your friends, family, they may laugh at the thought of it, and that's cool. If this is what you want to do, be true to that. Don't be afraid to get out there and promote yourself. Don't be afraid to set yourself apart from everybody else who's not where you want to be. I've burned a lot of bridges in wrestling. You know, I've made a lot of friends, made a lot of enemies, whatever the case may be. I stay true to who I am. I've never changed. I never will change. And I'll continue to work my ass off. If you're going to come into this business, you know, make sure you get trained by the right people, and make sure you stay consistent with that. Make sure you're promoting yourself. You're being professional, and just work. Work. Don't talk. You know, I had a big mouth when I first started. Now I just get my ring ability to talk for me.
I would say, what kind of sacrifice you got to make? You was talking about sacrifices.
Long drives, you know, like gas mileage on your car breaking down, still trying to find a way to a show, pushing through injuries. My daughter's first birthday, I had a wrestling show. And it was the same day as her birthday party. And it's my daughter's, my only child at the time, you know, and it's her first birthday. I want to be there, but I have a wrestling show and I can't cancel. So it's like, okay, I show up to my daughter's party, and then like an hour and a half into the party, I gotta go. I gotta go drive this wrestling show now. Her first Halloween, her first Halloween was actually big enough to like dress in a costume. So I get called the day before Halloween, they need me to go be, you know, part of this 6-man ladder match for championship. Sorry, baby, I made your costume. It's good. You know, daddy gotta go wrestle. And I'm missing Halloween now. It's just a lot, you know. It's a lot of weekends where I'm away from my daughter. I'm driving far, jumping on planes, flying across the country, flying, you know, wherever to go rest, losing money, making more money, losing more money, non-stop sacrifices, putting your body through all these bumps, taking all these strikes, taking all these slams, and you feel it, you know?
You were saying you acting, or you already in shows and stuff?
Acting, yes. So I've been acting for I've been doing stuff for 6 months now. I've been acting for almost 3.5 months.
Okay.
And I've already done a lot of short films. Actually, I just finished a pilot for Showtime called Hombre, where I'm playing like an ICE agent. It's the show called Hombre. It hasn't came out yet. The pilot episode is just pre-production now, and it's for Showtime. I've done a couple of short films where a lot of it requires like stunts, like stunt fighting and stuff like that. And I actually just wrote my second short film. This one actually had really good reviews. It's called The Homeless Man, and it's actually IMDb approved. It's on IMDb. It's been getting a lot of reviews, a lot of high star ratings. Where I play a homeless veteran, and yeah, it's a pretty good meaning behind it, and there's a lot of action too. And that's the thing, you know. When I first started acting, I was getting typecast as like this playboy player. All the roles that I was getting auditions for were like some playboy, some douchebag and stuff. And I get it. That's how I look. Now, you know, I have a creative mind. I have a real creative mind, and so now I'm writing stuff. And my fiance, Lauren, she does stuff too. She's at the Universal Studios Special Effects, so she gets lit on fire. She repels. She fights. So now we're writing stuff together, doing projects together. making more opportunities, adding to our portfolio, adding to our reels, just to get bigger opportunities when the time comes.
All right. What would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Thank you. When it comes to wrestling, you're only as good as the fans think you are. Really. It doesn't matter how good you are in the ring. It doesn't matter how good you are on the mic. If the fans ain't talking about you, if the fans aren't paying to see you, they're not buying your merch, they're not coming to see you, you're not going to go anywhere. I just want to thank the fans and friends and family who supported me from the beginning. And if they didn't support me from the beginning, but they support me now, I want to thank them too, It's never too late to join the team. So I'm grateful for them. And for the people that are watching my movies, my short films now, coming to see my stunt stuff, thank you for that as well. The people that are supporting my Beyonce stuff, because she's really big into the stunt game too, and people that are supporting her, people that are buying the fitness gear we're sponsored by, using our fitness code at www.morefitapparel.com, discount code Limelight15, save 50% on fitness gear. Thank you for all the people that are buying the fitness gear. For the people that have been using my Bang Energy code, Daniel R25, save 25% on Bang. Thank you for that. I'm just grateful for the team I have. Everybody that's just contributing, whether it's a like on Facebook, a comment, a share, a follow, whatever. Coming to a show, buying a shirt, whatever the case may be. If you're supporting or you're sending positive vibes in any type of way, I'm grateful for that. The same thing with my daughter. I just got my daughter her worker's permit. She's going to start doing commercials, and she's going to start doing short films soon now and acting. And for everybody that's so excited for her for that, and I've been supporting my daughter since she came into this world. I'm thankful for those people as well.
All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Definitely, bro. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, no doubt. You want to tell me your social media?
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram at Danny Limelight, DANNYLIMELIGHT. That's it. I'm Danny Limelight all over Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. You can find me there. Thanks for having me, man. I can't wait to see what's next. It's the radioactive Danny Limelight, and I'm here on PoPolitickin. It's the year of the spider, and you be a fool not to follow the team.
The PoPolitickin Show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POaudio and get an audiobook of your choice, free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POaudio and download a free audiobook by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.